City leaders and community members came together to work out urban planning issues using a budget, a map of a rundown neighborhood, and some Legos. Edina TV's Rusty Ray talked with those involved about how the hands-on training may help shape the future.
Nathan Van Wylen spent the morning watching his fellow team members move multicolored Legos around a map in the middle of the table.
So it's about being able to tell your story and then kind of representing that and how you lay out the different blocks.
The blocks represented buildings in a revamped neighborhood in a city just like Edina. It's all part of the urban plan workshop that Urban Land Institute leaders brought to Edina.
This workshop doesn't say this type of development is good and this type is bad, but it gets people to really think about the issues and have a conversation.
Each person played a different role in each group, and each group had budget targets and community input to consider.
Organizers hope this is a helpful exercise in communities just like Edina because it helps participants see how blocks fit together on a map, but they hope the participants learn that just like these blocks, there are many sides to these projects.
So it takes some of the emotions we all feel when we're talking about our own communities where we may not want something to happen. Here you might end up advocating for it.
It's that kind of conversation that Edina leaders hope can happen more often.
And all of us that are on the council now are part of that same transition team as our city kind of gets set for the next 80 to 100 years.
But each of those groups doesn't get to decide how it happens, right? There's a whole process where everybody has to give and take. And hopefully then you result in a project where everybody gets something from it.
For Van Wylen's group and others in the room, that was the ultimate goal.
I think it's interesting for like a community member to see kind of the process that goes in behind any development, because a lot of times all you see is sort of the final rendering or design at a later point.
Maybe by starting with just blocks on a map, these planners can help influence how Edina fits the pieces together in the future. At Braemar Golf Course, Rusty Ray, Edina TV.
At the end of the workshop, the teams got to present the full plan for their community development to a fictitious city council and receive feedback for their bids. Urban Land Institute officials also toured Edina with city leaders during their visit.